who is a member of Board of Studies and the head of Department of Economics, Arts Commerce College, Pundagat, Taluka, Kankauli, District, Sindhudurga. Before we kick start this session 6, may I request my colleague, Professor R.P. Bansuri sir, to introduce the guest of the session. Over to you, sir.
Yes, sir. May I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible, sir. Proceed, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Our college has been organizing international e-conference continuously from the last 3 years. This is the third conference. Today is the second of this day, international conference. On the second day, as a resource person, Dr. Santosh Kadam sir, I am here to introduce Dr. Santosh Kadam sir, Professor of Business Economics, Solapur University, Solapur. A very enthusiastic and scholarly person, an eminent researcher, research mentor. I am deeply grateful to Dr. Santosh Kadam sir, who helped with us some technical difficulties, that difficulty situation solved in a phone call. Dr. Santosh Kadam has completed MA PhD in economics. Sir has performed many different responsibilities, various positions in university and colleges. Sir is a member of the academic council and also serve the chairman of Board of Studies, Business Economics, Solapur University, Solapur. He is a member of the Board of Studies in various autonomous colleges in the country. Sir has 18 years teaching experience, undergraduate and postgraduate teaching experience is 9 years. In relation to research, under the guidance of Sir, 7 students have received their PhD and 6 students are currently pursuing PhD under the guidance of Sir. Sir has also worked in charge principal in this college. Sir has been published a total 32 books and 1 reference book. Sir has published his research in many books and different international journals and international conferences. Sir working a different authority of university, his experience in this regard very vast. Sir has worked as a resource person in 38 different places till date. We have got such a great personality today. I express my sincere thanks to everyone. I have tried to here to give a brief introduction of Dr. Kadam sir. Welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Over to Bansode, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for the introduction of such a proactive personality in the field of economics and humanities, especially. Now, may I request the chairperson of this session, Honorable Dr. Balaji Survese, to take over this virtual dais for the session 6. Over to you, Dr. Survese, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I am audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. आपल्या हिंदीमध्ये मी बोलतो सर, चालेल ना?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are most welcome, sir.
थैंक यू सर. अपने ये जो महाविद्यालय की तरफ से पिछले 2 इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस हो चुके हैं और आज ये तीसरा इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस हो रहा है. संजीवन ग्रामीण वैद्यकीय एंड सामाजिक शिक्षा प्रतिष्ठान, आर्ट्स कॉमर्स एंड साइंस कॉलेज उंडे, डिस्ट्रिक्ट तालुका विक्रमगढ़, डिस्ट्रिक्ट पालघर, इस कॉलेज की ओर से आज ये जो दूसरा दिन है, ये सेशन में रिसेंट चेंजेस इन इंडियन इकोनॉमी, ये टॉपिक पे मेरे फ्रेंड्स डॉक्टर संतोष कदम सर अपने कुछ विचार रखना चाहते हैं, तो मैं इसके बाद में कंक्लूड करूंगा। तो अभी मैं रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं डॉक्टर संतोष कदम सर, आप अपना जो स्पीच है वो हमारे सामने रहे।
Thank you. Thank you, Balaji sir. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning, sir.
A 2 days interdisciplinary international e-conference organized by the Arts, Commerce and Science College Pune, and it's a IQAC. This is the second day's second session, and this is session is devoted to the recent trends in Indian economy. Firstly, I would like to thanks to the organizer, Professor Wagmare sir and his entire team, and to the college and its management institute. Thank you for this opportunity. Dear friends, as per the discussion with the organizer, I have selected a topic for the today's discussion, that is recent trends in Indian economy. Especially when we think about the trends in Indian economy, certain indicators are very important to find out the trend and its forecast. Because the current economy in which way is working or going to towards the development the path, the certain indicators very important. Among that, all that indicators, I have just chosen 18 indicators, and that indicators, firstly I would like to share with you all. That is the first indicator, that is the GDP growth rate, and the second one also annual growth rate of GDP. The third one, that is unemployment rate, inflation rate, interest rate, cash reserve ratio, balance of trade, current account situation. Also the business confidence, that is also important. Then the manufacturing PMI, service sector PMI. Also one of the important indicator, that is consumer confidence, the status of current account with percent to the our international trade. Then the government debt, proportion of government debt to the GDP. Also the status of government budget and the currency value of a country, stock market, and yield on the government bond. These 18 indicators are, I think, very important to calculate the trend or forecast of the Indian economy. So first of all, I would like to share with you the GDP growth rate, the percentage of GDP growth rate. Actually, it is also called the AAGR. It provides the numerical average of annual growth rate. When we think, when we see the, it's a present situation in the month of January 2023, it was 82.53%. However, when we find the trends or it's a forecasting for the next further 4 quarters, it means up to the December 23, it may be upward by 84.68%. It means the GDP growth rate from January to December 2023, there may be a possibility of increase in increase by 2% as per the data available with us. Another one indicator, that is annual growth rate of GDP. This is also called the CAGR. It is the average compounded growth rate of the set duration for a specific time. So when we see the CAGR, it is in the month of January 2023. It was as per the government data provided by the Ministry of Finance. It is 4.40%. But when we forecast it, or when we calculate it's a trend with the help of forecast for the next 4 quarters, that is January to March, April to June, and July to September, and then the 4th quarter, that is October to December 2023. It is found that it may be decline from January. It means from January 2023, it was 4.40. Fine, as per the forecasting, it may be possible in the month of at the end of month of January 2023 up to the 4.1, and at the end of December 2023, it may be up to 3.5%. It's a very shocking thing that the annual growth rate of GDP within a 1 year, that is January to December, it may be declined by 0.5%. It is a very serious indicator for our economy. Then what about the unemployment rate? Actually, the percentage of people in the labor force who are unemployed, it shows the unemployment rate. When we see the current status of the unemployment rate in our economy, in the month of January 2023, it was 7.10%. But when we calculate its a trend or forecast, it may be hike by 0.4%. That is, at the month of December 2023, it may be possible to increase up to 7.5. It means it is also one of the shocking thing that the unemployment is also increasing up to the December 23. So what about another one important indicator which is affecting the entire economy of our any country, especially in our India, the inflation rate, that is very important indicator for regarding to calculate the growth rate and trend of the economy. When we find the rate of inflation in the month of January 2023, it was 6.44%. But regarding its forecast up to the fourth quarter of December 2023, it may decline up to 4.9%. Actually, when the inflation rate goes down, it will help to the economy, or especially for the investors to invest more in our economy. So according to that thing, it is a very interesting point that the inflation rate is going to decline in up to the December 2023 as per the trends or forecasts. Then another one very interesting indicator, that is the interest rate charged on the borrowings. It is as the amount charged over and above the principal amount by the lender from the borrower. It means at which rate the borrowers are getting money or getting loans from the banks. That rate is the interest rate. So that is also affect on the borrowing level. So according to that, in the month of January 2023, it was 6.5%. But when we calculate its a trend or its a forecast up to December 2023, it may be possible to increase it by 0.25%. It means now since last 6 months, we find, especially last 1 year, we find that there is a continuous increase in interest rate by RBI in his monetary policy. So that also affect on the forecasting of the interest rate in our Indian economy. Another one important indicator, that is the cash reserve ratio. It is the percentage of bank's total deposit that it needs to maintain as liquid cash with RBI, not with the banks. So according to this ratio, or according to this indicator, there is not much more changes in the entire January to December 2023, because in January it was 4.5%, and it's after it's calculating the trend or it's forecasting, it may be in December 2023 it may be 4.5. It means there is not much more change, and it is actually not affecting the entire economy, but it affect at small level to the banks. Another one very interesting indicator when we think about our international trade of any country, the balance of trade is very important because it shows the difference in value between the amount that a country buys from other countries, that is we call import, and the amount that it is sold to the other country, or we say it's export. When we see the data regarding balance of trade since January 2023, and it's forecasting for next 4 quarters up to December 2023. It is found that in January 2023, it was minus 17.43%. It means we are in deficit with the trade, international trade in January. But as per the calculation of trade or forecasting, up to the December 2023, it may be declined by 0.43%. It means the deficit of balance in international trade, it may be reached up to just 17%, in the month of December 23. So another one account regarding international trade is very important. That is the current account. It shows the actual situation of a country regarding its international trade, because it shows the records the value of export and import of both goods and services and international transfers of the capital. So the current account balance in January 2023 was $36,400 million in the month of January. On this basis, when we if we calculate the trade or forecast up to the for the next 4 quarters, especially quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4, within first 3 quarters, it means up to the July September 2023, it may be in a deficit. While in the 4th quarter in December 2023, it may reach in surplus by 12,000 rupees in the month of December 23. Another one very interesting indicator, that is the business confidence, because when any type of businessman or any firm, when it looks forwarding about the expectations of the business, this indicator is very important on that point. So in the month of January 2023, it was 132.90 points, while it may be declined on the basis of calculating the trends and forecast up to December 2023, up to the 125. It means business confidence level, it may be declined. It is also a harmful thing for the economy regarding the business for a firm or any type of businessman. Another one, purchasing manager index regarding the manufacturing, especially to the industry, it is very important. The purchasing managers index, that is PMI, is measure of the prevailing direction of economic trends in manufacturing sector, especially whether the production is going to increase or constant, or whether there are doing the agreements regarding the production. All that things are find here in this PMI, that is purchasing manager index. The data regarding the manufacturing PMI in the month of January 2023, that is 55.30 points. And when we calculate it's a trend over the 4 quarters up to December 2023, it may be declined up to 52.5 points. It means it is also one of the serious indicator which is showing the declining trend in our economy. Then what about the service sector sector PMI, it is also very important to measure of the prevailing direction of economic trends in service sector. So according to this point of view, in the month of January 2023, it was 59.40 points, while it may be highly declined by 8 points up to December 2023, that is up to 51.2. That is the actual trend for the month of December 2023. So it means in service sector, there is also not good situation we can find with the help of forecasting of trend. Then consumer confidence points index also very important, because it is a statistical measure of consumers' feeling about the current and future economic condition, and it used as an indicator of the overall state of the economy. So on this point, the consumer confidence index, that is also very important. So the data regarding the consumer confidence in the month of January 2023, it was 84.80 points, and in the month of December 2023, it may be 90 points. Here is one important thing, that is the consumer confidence index is going to increase. It means the consumers are feeling very good regarding the current and future economic condition of a country. However, the data is showing actual data is showing manufacturing and service sector PMI and the consumer confidence index. These are both things are different in a different direction. I think consumer confidence index, it much more affect the Modi Jadoo. So that is also one of the indicator which is showing a very positive thing regarding the Indian economy. Another one indicator, that is the current account ratio to the GDP of a country. Because it provides an indication on the level of international competitiveness of a country. And just in January 2023, the current account percentage to the Indian GDP was minus 1.20%. It means we are in deficit in the month of January. So when we calculate it's a forecast or trend over the 4 quarters up to December 2023, it may be increased by 2.5%. It means the deficit on the current account with percent to the GDP, it may be possible to increase by 2.5%. It is also says that the government is getting more and more debt from the international authorities and international institutions. But most of the economists think that what is the percentage of the government debt to its GDP? Because this ratio between a country's debt and its gross domestic product, it is a reliable indicator on how capable a country is paying its debt. It is a very important thing, and generally a low debt to the GDP ratio is a measure of a healthy economy that produces and sells goods and services without accumulating future debts. So according to this proportion or this ratio of government debt ratio to the GDP, it was in January 2023, it was 89.26%. However, it may be declined up to December 2023 by 88%. It means there may be 1 or 1.5% decline in the GDP government debt ratio to the GDP up to December 23. The government budget or its budget deficit to the GDP, that is also very important. On that point of view, in January 2023, it was the 6.90% deficit. While when we calculate its forecast over the 4 quarter of the next up to December 2023, it may be 6.4% deficit up to December 2023. As now we are find that Indian currency, the value of Indian currency is going to declining over the since last 3-4 years. So that is also one of the harmful factor for our Indian economy regarding especially affect the international trade. So on that ground, what was the situation of our country, Indian rupees value towards the US dollar value? In January, it was in January 2023, it was 82.53 rupees. And when we forecast it for the next 4 quarters up to December 23, it may be increased up to 84.68%. It means from January to December 23, it may be possible to increase by 2 or 3% currency value. It means our Indian currency will have to pay more in the form of US dollar. That is another one very sensitive index or indicator regarding the Indian economy, in which way or in whether it is working good or not. That is the indicator that stock market. In January 2023, the BSE index was 57,628.95 points. After calculating its a trend or its a forecasting over the next 4 quarters up to December 2023, it may be declined by 53,440. It is a sensitive index, as we know that a single or any small negative thing or negative decision will affect much more on the Sensex. So when we calculate its forecasting over up to December 2023, it is showing that it may be declined by near about 4,000 points up to the December 23. And another very important indicator to find out the trend of economy, especially most of the financial institutes it use for to measure the trend of the Indian economy, that is yield of the government bond. Especially the yield of the Indian government bond within next 10 years, what is the percentage of yield? The financial institutes go through this indicator regarding to calculate the economic situation. So on this point of view, when we see the data for the year January 2023, it was 7.33%. But when we forecast it or when we calculate its a trend over the 4 quarters up to December 2023, it may be increased by up to 68%. It means there is a slightly increase in yield of the government bonds. This is also positive thing for our Indian economy's progress in our future situation. So these are the few indicators I have presented here. With these 18 indicators, I have tried to present my views about the Indian economy and its situation, present situation and its future situation with the help of calculating the forecast and the trends. So with these views, I would like to stop here from my side. So thank you once again. Thank you very much for this opportunity to the Academic Arts, Commerce and Science College, Onde, and its entire team. Also thanks to my friend Dr. Balaji and Dr. Wagmare sir for giving this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Over to Dr. Shurvasi, sir.
Thank you, sir. सबसे पहले शुरू में थोड़ा मैं दूसरे कॉलेज के मीटिंग में बिजी था, तो थोड़ा टाइम हो गया ज्वाइन होने के लिए। तो अभी इस कॉलेज के जो उंडे कॉलेज के ऑनरेबल प्रेसिडेंट पीजी पाटिल सर, प्रिंसिपल, और इस इंटरनेशनल इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी कॉन्फ्रेंस के चेयरपर्सन ऑनरेबल डॉक्टर पाटिल सर, इस कॉन्फ्रेंस के कन्वेनर ऑनरेबल इंगोली जी, IQAC कोऑर्डिनेटर ऑनरेबल डॉक्टर भीमराव बनसोड़े सर जी, और मेरे फ्रेंड डॉक्टर राहुल बनसोड़े, और अभी अभी जिन्होंने इंडियन इकोनॉमी के बारे में जो रिसेंट ट्रेंड्स है इस विषय पे जिन्होंने अपने कुछ मुद्दे एक्सप्लेन किए, वो सोलापुर यूनिवर्सिटी के डॉक्टर संतोष कदम सर। संतोष कदम सर ने 18 पॉइंट में इंडियन इकोनॉमी के जो भी रिसेंट ट्रेंड्स है वो हमें बताए हैं, लेक्चर में दिए हैं। लेकिन एक थोड़ा मैं इंडियन इकोनॉमी के बारे में, अगर आपको सबको पता है जो महात्मा गांधी जी जो नारा देते थे कि खेड्याकडे चला, तो गांधी जी का कहना ऐसा था कि इंडिया के हर एक विलेज सेल्फ सफिशिएंट होना चाहिए था, स्वयं पूर्ण होना चाहिए। देन आपको सबको पता है कि इंडियन इकोनॉमी एग्रो बेस्ड इकोनॉमी है। देन आफ्टर डिपेंडेंस हमारी जो इकोनॉमी में कुछ बदलाव आ गए इंडियन इकोनॉमी में, वो मिश्र इकोनॉमी हो गई, मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी हो गई। देन 1991 के बाद हमने एलपीजी पॉलिसी अडॉप्ट की, तो अभी हम एक तरफ ओपन इकोनॉमी की तरफ जा रहे हैं, ऐसा है। तो कदम सर जी ने जो बताया है कि जीडीपी, इन्फ्लेक्शन, जो भी इंटरेस्ट रेट्स है बैंकों के, अपने जो रिजर्व बैंक है CRR रेट है, ये सब बहुत सारे 18 पॉइंट्स पे उन्होंने इंडियन इकोनॉमी के जो ट्रेंड्स है उस पर बात की है। लेकिन जो IMF जो इंटरनेशनल मॉनेटरी फंड्स है उसकी रिपोर्ट के मुताबिक से जो भी हमारा नेट जीडीपी है वो 2024 में 6.1% ऐसा उन्होंने सुझाव दिया है, हो जाएगा। दूसरी एक बात बताइए है कि महंगाई का जो रेट है वो 2022-23 तक 6.9%, और जो इन्फ्लेक्शन रेट है वो 6.1 के नीचे आ जाएगा। ऐसे कुछ मुद्दे पॉइंट्स जो है, तो एक बात यह है कि हमारा अभी जो भी हम इंडिया की जो पॉपुलेशन है, और ये देखे जो हमारी यूथ पॉपुलेशन है वो पूरे वर्ल्ड में सबसे ज्यादा पॉपुलेशन है, यानी कि आने वाला जो समय है वो हमारा इंडिया का है। लेकिन कब है, तो ये जो हमारी यूथ पॉपुलेशन है, ये यूथ पॉपुलेशन को कुछ स्किल और उसके साथ साथ एम्प्लॉयमेंट अगर हम मिलता है, तो ये हमारे जो इंडिया के जो भी पूरे वर्ल्ड में जो भी इंडिया का स्थान है, वो हर एक सेक्टर में, जो हमारे बेसिकली 3 सेक्टर है, एग्री, इंडस्ट्री और सर्विस सेक्टर, तो इसमें एक
सर आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है। Shurvasi sir. Hello. Survesi sir. Hello. Mali sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I think services sir might have the network issue. He will rejoin it with us.
Let's take question and answer session.
Yes, sir. Dear participants, if you have any question, please ask your question. I invite all the participants. Survesh sir, unmute kara please. Yes, yes, yes. Proceed, sir.
सर सॉरी
Yes, sir. Yes,
नेटवर्क
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ये बहुत सारा इशू है हमारा हमारा
सर आपका माफी चाहता हूँ, वीडियो ऑफ करके बात किए, अगर होती है तो प्लीज करिए। आपको बैंडविड्थ लो हो रहा है सर।
आपका वीडियो ऑफ कीजिए सर जी।
माइक ऑन करा सर, माइक.
तुमचा व्हिडिओ बंद करा आणि माईक ऑन करा सर. बालाजी सर.
I think sir has left.
We think now conclude the session.
Let him rejoin again. We have the time. Yes, sir. Sir has joined.
व्हिडिओ बंद करा आणि बोला. व्हिडिओ बंद करा.
यस सर. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
okay, okay. Thank you.
Proceed, sir. Thank you, sir.
यस सर. सर अभी मेरा मुझे जो भी कहना था वो मैं कह चुका हूँ, तो अभी इधर थोड़ा नेटवर्क का भी.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. कोई बात नहीं है
Yes,
सर।
sir. Yes, sir.
हम तो सहभागियों को तो प्रश्न पूछने के लिए कहा है सर आपकी ओर से।
यस सर. ओके सर.
Yes, sir. If there is no question from the participants, then we shall proceed.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you so much, both the dignitaries, the research person, Honorable Dr. Sanjos Kadam sir, and the chairperson of this session, Honorable Dr. Balaji Survese sir. It is our duty and privilege to express or extend our thankfulness towards you, sir. And therefore, I request the member of the organizing committee, and Dr. Sandoji Gaikwad, sir, to propose a vote of thanks of this session. Over to you, sir. Gaikwad sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much for the dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Santosh Kadam and Professor Dr. Balaji Suresh sir, to express his thought on this occasion. I'm very thankful to dear participants for these sessions. Thank you very much. Over to Dr. Bansode sir.
Once again, thank you so much, sir. Kadam sir and Survasis sir, for joining with us on this platform.
Thank you, sir. May I
Thank you
leave
so
now,
much.
sir?
Yes,
May I
sir.
leave
Yes, sir.
now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for joining with us.
Thank you.